Live. My name is Don Ford, accompanied by co-host Big Al, and this is the Savygents Live, and you know what it is.
That's what it is, dude. Just like our last episode, just going into real topics and real shit, just free flowing, just going with the flow. That's how life is. Today we're gonna talk about the game. Fucking game, bro. How the game's been and where the game's going and how it's always changing.
100%. And also, after we give you our 2 cents on the game, we're going to have a nice quote of the day for you as well.
Oh, absolutely. So, there's a couple different directions we could go with today. We could talk about the game as it is today, COVID going on. We could talk about the game before, when COVID didn't exist. There's a couple different ways. So, I guess just going a little bit back, just talking about general topics, right? We should just talk about when someone gets reintroduced to the game. So, for example, you're in a relationship, whether it be a year, 5 years, 10 years, prison, whatever, you get out. The game is fucking changing all the fucking time,
Exactly. And just to reiterate, what we are talking about here is being a male, approaching females. Let's say you get into a relationship, aka prison.
AKA sorry about it if you're a fan. I'm sorry.
It is what it is, but once you're in that relationship, your game is curtailed to your girlfriend.
Yes.
And only to your girlfriend, because you know exactly what she likes, and she knows exactly what to expect from you. So you guys have this bond when you're in that relationship. So the world around you, especially when it comes to women, which if you're a fucking decent guy, you wouldn't be cheating on your girl. You know what I mean?
I've been doing that shit. Let's put a point of this on that, right?
Go ahead.
Alright. When you enter a relationship, at least from my point of view, and how most of you gentlemen out there should...
Our point of view.
Our point of view, the Savygents.
Yeah.
Right? My point of view is if you're in a relationship, it's because you really like that girl. You're digging that girl, and you see potential for maybe something more long-term. I'm not talking about crazy, marriage or whatever. Easy on that. I'm just talking about... You see long-term potential with this girl. She's not just a fucking girl you're just hooking up with in the sex, and she sits you down one day, and you're either gonna get a relationship or we're not gonna have sex anymore. It's not like that. Don't get caught in that fucking situation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because you really fucking like the girl beyond the sex, where it's you're hanging out with the girl, you're vibing, you appreciate her company, and maybe you might miss her from time to time.
Yeah, that's a good reason to get into a relationship. Now, let's see. Let's talk about some guys who are in relationships who shouldn't be in relationships just because they wanted a consistent, girl to hit up anytime they wanted to have sex. Now, these gentlemen here, not really too much gentlemen because these are the guys that if they are tempted, they're probably gonna cheat on their so-called girlfriend.
Yeah, it's what
that's so ugly, honestly.
It's what's the point? It's just I think their point of view is just the stability, right? They just having a girl to come home to if they're feeling lonely. That's on hit. But aside, they're hitting up Karen, hitting up Susan, fucking Katie, whoever the fuck it is.
Hitting up Elizabeth, all of them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It also comes from a point of insecurity that there's some people who just need, they need that consistent. If they don't have a girlfriend, they're not happy. You know what I mean? But they don't want a girlfriend. It's a title thing that they just need to. I need to have a girlfriend.
It's basically securing the girl.
Exactly.
Securing someone to be there to hang out with,
which is fucked up because she might really have feelings and really like you, and you're over here just oh well, you're my girlfriend because I like you now type deal, but you're not in it how she is. So now you're just wasting people's time.
Yeah, so basically, if you're going to get a relationship, don't cheat. If you don't want a relationship and you don't want to be loyal or committed to a girl, then don't get in a fucking relationship.
Yeah, just tell her.
Stay single and just say it.
The truth.
Yeah, they're either cool with it or not, and then you just keep moving, right? You just got to, communicate. That's the bottom fucking line, right? So, and the another part of it, other than I can't fucking talk. Other than it being fucked up and other than the fact that I couldn't talk for a second, the other part of it is you're just adding unnecessary stress, bro.
Oh my god.
You're fucking cheating with fucking Katie over here. You're texting her, and then at the same time it's the next day you're gonna go visit your girlfriend. Hopefully you take a shower. At least fucking courteous, But probably not even doing that,
I've heard some crazy ones, bro.
It's and it's we even had this one guy we used to know or whatever. he gave a key to his girlfriend and he was cheating on her at the same time. It's like, bro, like, what was the rationale behind that? It's like, number one, like, let's make this clear. We don't condone the cheating. But number two, it's like, if you're gonna fucking do it, like, why the fuck are you playing like Heart Attack? You played Heart Attack, and that's the name of the game.
Yeah, no, this is a true story. Like, we couldn't make this shit up. We had a friend, you know, past associate, he was just a wild individual, and in the sense that he had a girlfriend, a legitimate girlfriend, and she was a great girl. Everything. She was
yeah,
pretty.
she was very nice, dude.
She was pretty. She was nice. She was loyal, and my guy who just wanted to, you know, hook up with whoever he wanted to hook up when his girlfriend wasn't around, but his girlfriend had a key to his spot.
Yeah, like it was baffling. I think we actually sat him down about it one time. We're like, bro, like,
I was like, dude, my guy, like, how in the world do you sleep how do you sleep next to another girl when you know your girlfriend has a fucking key to your, and she can come anytime?
This is an extreme example.
But I'm just telling you, when I mean we've met some people who don't know how to act. We mean this shit, bro. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, this is serious. And we told him, like, there is no, if you're cheating on your girlfriend, she should not have a key. That's all I'm saying. Like
number one, don't cheat on your girlfirlfriend.
Number one,
I'm not gonna stop you.
We're gonna reiterate it. You're your own man. You can do whatever you please. The only thing we can do is give you our advice. If you're gonna cheat on your girlfriend and you have your own spot, make sure your girlfriend doesn't have a key.
Yeah, it's like logic, you know.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not condoning cheating on your girlfriend at all. All I'm saying is, if you want to get caught, or like, I don't understand you, I would say my best recommendation is don't cheat at all. But I cannot control your actions. I can just give you my 2 cents. That's all.
No, 100%. And then moving on from that, right? So we talked about why you should get in a relationship and why the fuck you shouldn't get in a relationship, right? But the next thing is, what the fuck happens when you get out of the relationship?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This is where the fucking shit gets
This
real.
is where the downward spiral comes in.
Yeah. Dude, we've all been there. Like, you go to the club, like, it's basically, maybe it's for guys, it's like we don't really address our emotions like head on. We're basically like, yo, let's go out, let's go hook up another girl.
Yeah.
That's basically our mindset. Like, we're not like really sitting there crying, or like, well, maybe some of us are. Like, it depends on who you are.
It all depends on how of an emotional individual you are. Some guys will be like distraught for like a couple of months. Oh, I lost my girl. She's my everything. I loved her. And, you know, he's just gonna be.
I mean, it depends on the scenario, right? It's like,
really
did she break your heart, or did you end it?
Did she cheat on you, or did, you know, because let's be honest, women do cheat as well. Did she cheat on you, or did you cheat on her, or was it not working out, or was it not working out and not communicated, so now both of you guys are miserable? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so many different ways.
There's so many different
ways.
ways.
It's like a cookie cutter way, like, of what pretty much turns you out, right? Whatever relationship, right? So again, like, we're not trying to judge, whatever. Like, maybe it really fucking hurt. You had your heart broken, or whatever. Like,
exactly.
Like, it really fucking hurt. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say this personally. Like, I've never actually had my heart broken, so I don't know how it feels like. I've just been around my boys that have had their heart broken, and it's been different for every individual I've been around. Some of them are like, they don't want to do anything. Some are like a little bit suicidal. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's been a wide spectrum.
Easy on the suicide.
I mean, some of them are just like, they want the company, 100% company all the time. They want the bro there. It's just like, they literally had their heart broken. So like, no judgment. And then obviously, like, regardless, what we're trying to get to, the point we're trying to get to is like, when you feel comfortable enough to get out, whether it's like a fucking day after, maybe it's just like you're tired of the relationship, you break up,
couple months,
or maybe it's a couple months, or maybe more than a couple months, regardless of the time you get out of it. So when you're ready to get back out there again and step your foot out into the dating scene, you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Not only do, but dude, let me just add on to that. I've known some people who've had their heart broken and just said, "Oh, fuck women," and went straight to prostitution.
Yeah,
the heart left. I'm serious, kid you not.
Yo, I can see that shit.
It's funny. They're like, okay, well, I tried and it didn't work.
Fuck emotion, basically. They say fuck emotion.
Yeah, they said I tried, it didn't work, so I'm going straight up. Yeah, I'm going to hookers. Like, hey, I've seen some people do that too, and I'm like, bro, like, that's not the way. But they're like, fuck it, you haven't been through what I've been through, and I'm like, well, you're right. So I can't, I can't fucking say you're wrong. But like me personally, I wouldn't do that. But
I mean, if that's what you like, dude, and like, you just like, it's like, I feel like to them it's just about the convenience. Like, they just don't want to deal with the emotions. Like, maybe they got hurt real bad, or maybe they're just like, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't want to hurt girls anymore. They're just like, yo, I'm a heartbreaker. I gotta stop doing that shit.
That's possible.
Maybe I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go.
they put an emotional wall up. So.
Yeah, basically prostitutes. It's like I wear my condom. I come in my condom. Everybody knows fucking condom sucks. Fucking like no one likes that shit. But obviously you gotta wear it, especially more so now than ever. Because it's like it's Corona. Wrap the fuck up before you clap up.
Exactly.
That's the PSA for the day.
PSA, right before you clap. Before you clap the fuck up, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. No, but let's go ahead and put a little bit more focus on after you've been through the whole.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yep, you've been through the whole. This is my girl, and I love her. Let's say a good 4 years. I think 4 years is fair.
Not even like 4 years.
4 years. I mean, you told me about one of your boys you knew had like a 10-year relationship, and then he got out.
Yeah, he came to me. This is what happened.
You can't, please.
Oh, this one's a nuts one.
Go ahead.
Oh,
hey, you gotta tell it.
All right, so this guy like
he's
he's
actually live, baby.
Yeah, this guy's like this guy's one of my best friends. You know, like obviously we're never gonna drop names on here unless you want us fucking to.
Yeah, we don't. We don't gotta drop names.
Yeah,
go ahead.
like,
Let them know what's up.
Yeah, so my guy like. He gets out of a relationship, and I'm like on apps. This is way like before COVID, so I'm on apps. I'm playing little apps. I fucking hate apps, you know.
Apps suck, but
apps suck. But like I was understood like apps and in person. Obviously, in person is significantly better. You feel the vibe immediately.
100%.
Dead on the spot. If you're not.
Not only that, you see what you're getting.
100%.
Apps is. I took this picture
catfish.
a year ago, and now I've gained 20 pounds.
Yeah. Bro, don't be doing that to people. Like, be honest.
Exactly.
Like, no offense, but like, it's like you're like, it's like I get like. It should go beyond like the physical attributes.
100%. I'm talking men and women. We're talking men and women here.
Yeah.
You could be like all chiseled in like 2017 and then create your app in 2018.
It's like you're setting. What you're doing is like it's not about like body type, right? You could be any body type and still be loved and deserve love, right? What we're saying right now is like you're creating a false expectation.
Exactly.
You're like this is what I look like, and then you show up and you're not. So it's kind of it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
It's like
it's fucked up.
It's not like it's just not like we're saying like it's okay like not to be like fucking chiseled. Like it's fine. Like I'm not fucking chiseled. I have a little bit of a beard gut. Like not really, but if I did, like it's not a problem. That's what we're saying. Like. Maybe you pack a little pounds on, it's not a problem, but show fucking something recent.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be setting false expectations.
You need a picture at least a month ago.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Like your picture should be at least be a month ago. And everybody has a phone, everyone's always on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever the fuck, you're taking pictures all the time. Just post something recent. That's all I'm asking. You know?
No, 100%.
Just post something
I think
recent.
it's pretty fair. Like you did the same thing. You did the same thing. Like if I changed it drastically, like I don't know, fucking like I don't really want to go there.
Yeah,
That's just gonna be mean. You know?
Let's get back on topic. Your boy, 10-year
Oh
relationship.
yeah, okay, shit.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay.
10-year relationship.
Good. All right,
He comes to you. Go ahead.
All right, so we got out of a 10-year relationship. Like the relationship, he knew it was toxic. He knew it was bad. I guess everyone's kind of in that relationship where you know it's bad. Like I had like this relationship with this one girl. Like it was going on for probably like off and on for 2 years. Like I might even like I don't know like. Had really deep feelings for the girl. I don't even want to say love. I don't know. Like, I don't even know like even what that means still today.
The L word.
Yeah. But like I had like significant feelings for this girl, but like she just didn't know how to act. But anyways, it was toxic, and it was like he was in a similar situation, like in terms of just being toxic. That's the correlation.
My
right?
question to you is, who you telling me it was toxic, or he told you like what happened? Did you do?
Yeah, I mean,
you
like,
gotta get out of there.
I didn't meet him until like the after fact.
Okay.
Right? I didn't know him until
Okay.
after.
So you met him at the aftermath. All right.
Yeah, so he came in as a coworker. I thought he was like, he came in like, we're working at a job, everyone's wearing like casual shit. He comes in like a fucking suit and tie. I thought he was the biggest fucking douche. Like, what the fuck? Why you wearing, like, it's not, you don't have the interview today. I thought the interview was the other day. You know, you get the job.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, I'm all for dressing up, like wearing a button down, like some nice pants and like nice shoes. But it's like, you don't need to wear a fucking suit.
The suit and tie.
That's like
It's a little OD.
Yeah, so he comes in and like we were fucking with each other, and then like finally we started to know each other, whatever. I go over his house, we drink a whole lot, we get fucked up, whatever, and we're talking about just like relationships and shit. And I'm telling him like, yo, like look at all these apps, and like look who I'm talking to, or even in real life who I'm talking to. He's like, man, you gotta tell me like how to get into this and how to communicate. So he sent me like some of the apps, and I replied to some of the girls for him or whatever, because like I looked at his conversations, I was like, bro, these are some shit conversations. Bro. No offense. So I'm on with the apps, he's like trying to get me involved in that, and then about like 2 months later, he gets back into a relationship, right? It's like, bro, like,
why would he do that?
It's just like you're thinking about it, right? He's been in a relationship for 10 years.
So that's where his comfortable is, in prison.
He was like, and when he get out of it, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. So he just went back.
Like that's the whole point of this episode.
God.
Like,
oh God. Damn.
So
that's
like, I
crazy.
tried to give him as much as I could. Like he was actually going on dates. So I was like, wow, bro, I'm proud of you. And then like 2 months later, he's like, I'm gonna date this girl. I was like, do you like her? I was like, not really. And I was like, what the fuck you dating her?
Yeah, what the fuck?
But, like,
what the fuck, dude?
But it's crazy though. Like she's actually a good girl. Like I met her. She's actually a good girl. And like they've actually grown to actually like each other, which has actually been fucking nuts. Like I don't know if it's just like you get fucking old and then you just like it's like you think about it medieval times, right? So you got the king who gets offered like a queen or a princess or some shit, becomes a queen. He doesn't know who the fuck she is.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're just stuck together by fate. And then they just fucking like they grow together and they learn how to love each other. Maybe that's what happened there.
Dude, you don't even have to say medieval times. I think they still do that in India, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry that happens.
I mean, it's a family thing, like, but you don't know.
There's some weird shit.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know the
shit,
individual. You don't know the individual. Your family says, "Oh, this guy had a good family. This girl had a good family," and then they just put you together and then figure it out.
Yeah, like some people, I guess, like
fucking figure it out.
It's just like the same thing about like. Oh, this is actually very relatable. It's the same thing about just like, say you're hooking up with a girl, right?
Okay.
And you're just hooking up with a girl.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's like, I miss my period. And like,
what?
yeah, but if you're me, like, you don't panic until it's around like day 10. Because you know, like, periods come late, girls are on birth control, fucks up their body a little bit, you know? So no big deal. But if like, you start getting past like 7 days, 10 days, like, okay, now you're starting to stress out. And then like finally she takes a test, or stress out, I didn't say a word there, enunciate. You stress out, and then she's pregnant, right? And you'll see like some relationships where like, maybe it's more advertised on TV than maybe personal people we know. Maybe you know someone personally. But you'll see these relationships where they start getting into relationships. And like, that's the whole epitome of 16 pregnant, right? They're fucking like, they're just hooking up. They don't really have the significant feels for each other. They get pregnant and they're just like, yo, for the child, we're gonna try to make this work. But the reality is, it's like, you're not for each other. You just had a kid. Just don't be a fucking dickhead. Be a good dad, be in life, and support financially, right? And be like, just make time to meet together and like hang out with the kid. Like, you don't gotta force a relationship. You know what I mean? That's what it's like about. Like, don't, like when you get into a situation, don't like force it. Don't fucking settle. I mean, the settlement part is applicable to about anybody.
Most people, I would say most people, I see them all the time on Instagram, on Facebook. They get married, and I'm like, this girl is settling, or this guy is settling. Like, I see it. I scroll through my story. I'm like, okay, this individual you're with, I know you. This is not the individual for you. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
I just look at them, but I keep my thoughts to myself.
Like, you might know both individuals in the party.
Exactly.
You're just like, wait.
You settled with her, or you settled with him?
Like, it's like, yeah, you just knew them your whole life. You didn't even go beyond that, you know?
But that's the thing. People get comfortable. You get comfortable, you get complacent, and then you are almost in a false sense of happiness. Because you see, like, okay, well, I've got my girlfriend. I can't, like, she's my girlfriend. So whatever she does, I have to put up with her because I want to keep her as my girlfriend. Now that's not true. This is deep. I'm gonna give you a fucking real one right now. Some people have that mindset. I'm gonna say it again. You have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, and you have that mindset of whatever this individual does, I'm gonna have to keep. Put up with it because I would like to keep
Yeah, dude, I like this.
You see, this is not true. This is a false misconception a lot of people have. This is not true. If think about it this way. To get fucking, real, let's say you have a boyfriend, okay? And the dude is like verbally abusing you, just calling you, yeah, whatever, you bitch.
This is a little bit more complicated.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, but just because he's your boyfriend doesn't mean you have to put up with that. If you don't want to be verbally abused, don't fucking dump his ass. You know what I mean? Like, same thing with a guy. Like, that was the girl's perspective first. Now I'm going to give you the guy's perspective. I've seen some dudes in a relationship getting consistently manipulated by a female. But, once again, this is my girlfriend, and I gotta do everything she says because I want to keep her. You don't gotta do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me,
just keeping it real. Go ahead.
Yeah, with the verbal abuse one, right? So you can take that to extreme or not. Like, what we're talking about in our examples is just like, we're not talking about like fucking like, my guy's like talking shit about your body. He's just more kind of like along the lines of just like, maybe he's a little bit more aggressive. He's just saying like shit like fucking like, you gotta do it my way or the highway. We're not talking like the deeper level shit where it's just like goes from verbal, and then you end up in a clash domestic shit. You know what I mean?
No.
We just want to clarify that shit, and then the manipulation part is just like, yeah, like people do that on both sides. I think that's more like what he was going through with the verbal abuse. It's like the manipulation. You know,
I mean, the verbal abuse is kind of a part that like you can be like, and there's some like verbal abuse is so hard to even identify. It's just slight comments that fucking trigger people. You know what I mean? You don't even have to yell. You could just be like, oh yeah, that's those heels are okay, but I don't know why. It doesn't really fit your body type. Just little things like that. That's considered verbal abuse because now you're like taking a nip. She thinks she looks good, right? She picked the outfit for you, and you're knocking her, but you're subtly knocking her. You do that long enough.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You do that long enough, she's gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" You know, like it's a crazy one. But I've seen some women go like, "But everything I wear is just not good enough." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do my makeup like that, it's not good enough. I do my hair like that, it's not good enough. Just like you're knocking your girl, and like if you're a girl, you don't have to put up with that. That's what I'm saying. That was the verbal abuse. The dude who's just slightly just knocking you for no reason, you don't gotta put up with that.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
let's make sure where we're at. You know, because it's like when you talk about verbal abuse, like there's so many fucking like levels and depths of that shit. Like you could have someone that's like legit fucking like fucking with your emotions like every day on a daily, but like it is kind of like the snippet like part.
Exactly.
You're talking about like snipping at the heels, like you're not talking about like fucking like I'm fucking like wearing you down so much like verbally that you fucking like can't function as an adult. We're not talking like that. That's a different, more complicated subject,
100%.
and we understand that it's difficult to get out of the situation.
Oh, very,
you know?
very.
And we're not no experts on that matter, so we're not really
not
dive
expert
too
at
much
all.
into that, you know?
But I was referring to the 10 years of just, oh yeah, you're 10 years of that.
Yeah,
Come on, that's gonna fuck with somebody psychologically.
The little snippet at the heels.
Yeah, a little snip at the heel.
It's so fucking big deal.
Oh, that dress is a nice dress, but it's not your color. You know what I mean? Just why you gotta do that? But wait, and then you as a girl like, okay, well, maybe I'll try harder next time. Like she's never satisfied. You're constantly knocking her. It's a lot to deal with. All I'm here to say, what me and Alex are here to say, is that you don't gotta deal with that. You can get out of prison. You can do your thing. You don't need to settle until you're ready to settle. Until you're sure to settle. You know what I mean? You don't gotta do that. Like when I mean settle down, I'm like, don't get a girlfriend just to have a girlfriend. Don't get a boyfriend just to have a boyfriend. Make sure this individual is exactly what you're looking for, or fucking close enough. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like, here's the other fucking thing. Like, don't be like, if they're not what you're looking for initially, don't be trying to sit there and fucking change it. This goes for the guys and girls, right? Don't be like, yo, I want someone that's more like, so maybe someone's showing up like, I've been explaining to this by girls, right? There's a loafer guy and there's a boot guy, right? So it's kind of like a loafer, like it's like a concept analogy, right? Basically, a loafer guy's like, I like the finer things, I like more luxury,
of course,
and then the boot guy's more kind of like more rugged, not necessarily like mountain guy or whatever, but it's just like they care like less about the luxurious things or whatever. They're just like,
I wear both.
Yeah, I mean, see, but the thing is, like, most girls would say you're either or. You know what I mean? They'd be like, I feel like you're either a boot guy, like you don't care too much about that shit, you know, the material shit or whatever. But we're not even saying each way is wrong, right? It's just identifying that, right? So it's like, if like bottom line is like what Don was saying, it's like when we say settle down, we don't mean fucking settle. We mean fucking like you found what you wanted, it's close to what you want, and you can work and you can go with the visual. You're not completely ripping that person up from scratch and starting fucking over. You know, it's not like that shit. You know,
100%.
And that's like that's the bottom line, dude.
No, what I was saying is like you don't settle just to settle. When you're ready to settle down and really work with this individual, that's when you alright. Let me go ahead and this is my girlfriend or this is my boyfriend, and you just that's when you start really working towards the common goal to become, a good relationship. And most likely, if everything's working out, that's when people get engaged and people get married and stuff like that. What's your opinion on marriage, honestly?
See, like,
put him on the spot.
I don't even know if we have that much time for it, but honestly, like,
you got all the time.
Like marriage is like, to me, just like, this is a crazy one, honestly. Like, I thought about it, like, right, so marriage to me, like, obviously I'm a little older, you get a little pressure from your parents, and then you tell them to shut the fuck out. Respectfully. You tell them, like, yo, listen, like, I'm gonna do what I want, when I want, and when I'm ready. And after you give them that conversation, they're just like, they lay off that shit, right? Because they started doing that when I was like 27. I was just like, yo, it's not the same time. You know, when you're younger, you guys get married at 25.
Oh, they were getting married at 20, 22.
Yeah, like right out of college, right? You're going to graduate.
Exactly.
If you're it's like 22.
Man, this is my wife. Yo, how old are you? 23.
Yeah,
All right, buddy. All right.
Yeah, for marriage, for me, it's just like, honestly, I don't even think like, I know it's like you're signing like a piece of paper. It's like almost become more contract.
It's a business arrangement.
It's almost more like a contract.
You did a business
like
arrangement.
it's like I don't even think it's like fucking like necessary to say that that's how much you love someone. You know, like obviously like probably 99% of people are gonna agree with me, and that's why this fucking viewpoint is kind of nuts. But like to me, it's just like if you love someone, it's just like the same shit about the title, right? It's like the title is just like it gives someone a reassurance, right? Whether you're a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you have that title, you have reassurance, like, oh, this is mine, whatever. You know, it's like the same thing with marriage, right? You have the contract signed, like, oh, we're forever, we're together. You know, obviously, if I love someone enough and that's how she feels about marriage, I'll go ahead and do it. Because, like I said, we talked about relationships earlier. It's like, I'm in a relationship because I want to see something long term in it. And that's why I'm giving it a title, right? But at the same time, it's not like a necessary thing for me, at least from my perspective, but being how society is set up and how people are conditioned, it's almost become a necessity without wanting it to be a necessity, right? I don't even think you need to have that official contract to say like I love this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person.
No, I agree with you.
Isn't that kind of nuts a little bit or what?
No, you keep it real. Like my concept of marriage is like, this is what I truly believe. If you want to get married, go ahead. Get married, you know, like do you, if that's what you're, if you want to do that, do it, but like just understand that there's like a what is it, like a 70% divorce rate in this country, you know what I mean? Like just know all your facts before you get married, and make sure you're with this individual for a good amount of time before you guys decide to tie the knot officially on paper, because there's other things that come with marriage that you might not know, might not be advertised, like joining bank accounts, you know, like shit like that. Like if you're really ready to let this individual into your life and share all the funds and do everything together as a unit, because when you're married, you're one basically. So it's a lot. So just make sure you're ready for that if that's what you want to do.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like I'm not knocking it in any way, like saying like marriage is bad. It's just like I'm just saying like, there's just so much emphasis on doing it and just checking the box. You know what I mean? Like it's like if it's meant to be like, obviously if I love you and it's like if you want marriage, it's like I guarantee that I'm gonna move forward with that. You know what I mean? But it's just like I'm not gonna just like, oh never mind, we're not gonna get married, because I know like how important that is to you. Like and give enough about you, like we're at this point and it makes sense to get married. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying like what marriage has kind of like become. It's just like people get divorced so quickly because they're just settling down. It's like just a contract. You're splitting up all your assets and shit.
Exactly.
Like, it shouldn't even be that shit. Like I get like I said, again at the end of the day, like I understand like why people want the ring and stuff. It's like the shirt's just like I'm yours. You know what I mean? Like and I get that and I respect that. You know what I mean?
It's a status. It's a society thing. People like. You know, it's status in society, honestly. It's really what it was.
100%. Like, yo, I'm loving this conversation tonight. I think we should take a quick break and then continue on. What do you think?
Yeah, we should go ahead, take a quick break, and then we'll continue on and hit you guys with the quote of the day in a little bit.
Alright, sounds good.
And we are back from the quick intermission that we just took. Once again, it's your boy Don 4, Big Al, at the Savygents Live. We were on topic. We were talking about relationship failures, a little bit of a game, relationship successes, and now let's go ahead and get back to that.
Okay, yeah. So like you're saying, boy, last thought on specifically, we were talking about marriage and the concept of marriage, right? Just how like in my mind it's become more of like kind of a contract, like almost an exchange, right? And that's why like I'm kind of hesitant with it, right? It's like I'm not gonna move forward with that shit obviously unless I'm 100% sure with that.
100%, you got to.
And I've been dating with that girl for probably years, probably at least like 4 years or so. Like, if that's a problem, then
minimum 4 years. Divorce rate is a 70% chance people get divorced.
Yeah,
70%.
Like, what's the point of like again? It's like a relationship thing, right? So what's the point of getting a relationship? Like if you're gonna cheat, right? And then what's the point in getting into marriage, right? If you're gonna fucking divorce, you know? It's like. I get like maybe it doesn't work, you know, you feel stuck, and like I guess it's like better than to stay in that marriage for like years and years and years. I guess that makes more sense, you know. But at the same time, it's just like if you took the time to go get to know that person and get to that point, so for example, you date for a couple years, maybe move in, you get engaged, and then you get married, right? You go through that process. Like sometimes, like fair, like some people they know or they just know, like, but 99%, like not. I'm throwing out random stats. Like they're not even fucking real stats, but I'm just guessing, bro. Like how many of those people just know that they know? There's some people that do. Like sure, granted they fucking like the story of like Grandma Jenkins or whatever fuck. And like she's been married to a hubby for she's 22.
Fucking 70 years, whatever.
Like, just proposed to her after 3 months, and they're like, yo, we're in love, and it's like, what the fuck? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but I guess it does happen sometimes.
Bro, but you gotta understand, at the same time, things were so different back then. So fucking different. You didn't have all this technology. You didn't have a booty call, a swipe away. You know, like, shit was so different. I feel like the level of temptation just wasn't there. So,
yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Or maybe it was there, but you wouldn't be able to.
How could
there was
it
no
be
paper
there?
trail. There was no paper trail.
There's no paper trail, but the level of temptation is whoever you knew in your local town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever.
But you could easily just go to the next town.
Yeah,
and be like, I live down the street.
Yeah, but now you're a deadbeat.
It's crazy. But like, let's go back to the one point we haven't touched on today, which is
game.
That's the straight up game. Just like
straight up game.
We talked about the relationships, why you should get in one, why you shouldn't get in one. But like, let's talk about like when you're out of a relationship, you're shooting your shot. So you get out there first. You're a little bit of awkward guy.
Super awkward.
Awkward guy.
Super.
But the way you get through that shit is you keep shooting your shot. You keep swinging.
Oh my god.
You keep missing. You miss 100 times. But here's one thing you don't ever want to fucking do when you get out of a relationship. Fresh out of a relationship, you want to approach up a girl, or if you're a girl approaching a guy, some girls do that. Like
some girls do.
I
admire the women who actually approach a dude first, because it's like.
Just confidence.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
okay. Kicks you off your toes a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like for a second. But it doesn't matter though, because she's already interested. She's like, oh, that's cute. Like he's
oh yeah, that's super cute.
She already knew that she was gonna get you off her toes probably. She's like, I'm gonna just go run with this guy. Like
100%.
You know what I mean?
Let's go ahead and let them know, if you're a girl, approach more guys. It's actually a little bit flattering, and it's always unexpected. So you already have us at a disadvantage, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Like, here's the fear. Like, even with the guys approaching the girls, it's the fear of rejection, right?
100%.
And it's like you go up there and you're just like, bro, like I don't want to get rejected. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of a place. But at the same day, it's like, how many of those individuals at that place do you fucking know? Like,
exactly.
But if it's like your soccer team or some shit, maybe like be hesitant on that a little bit, unless you're like more positive. Like you're like, okay, we're flooring all the time. Maybe it's time to fucking ask. Like that's the savage of the Savage Gentleman Club, right? We're not talking about like being fucking an asshole, being verbally abusive, like Don was highlighting earlier.
Yeah.
It's like the savage for us is just having a fucking initiative, and like you've been flirting with this girl, and she clearly likes you, and everybody fucking knows. Like they keep asking, like, oh, so you guys dating? And people are asking that question. They obviously see your chemistry. Maybe you're fucking like blind and it's right in front of your nose. Like maybe ask that girl out and do it. Like. Game is just like about not being afraid to be rejected.
100%.
And sometimes you'll say some crazy shit and it might not work, but sometimes like that might be the crazy shit that individual needs to hear in that day.
Exactly. That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Being a savage in the Savage Gentleman Club is literally not giving a fuck about what other people think about you.
Yeah, 100%. That's the savage part.
Yeah, take the initiative on whatever you want to do. If there's a beautiful girl that you're talking to, or she's your friend and you've never really made that I like you more as a friend connect, do it.
It's like the worst thing is fucking always wondering what if.
Yeah.
You want to say what up? You're gonna be 30 years old and you're gonna be like, yo, thinking about Stacy.
Yeah.
Fucking what if?
Thinking about
what
Stacy.
if your wife in the background? You realize?
Thinking about Stacy, who you worked with for fucking, I don't know, 5 years, and you guys had great chemistry. She was single, you were single at the time, but you're just like, oh, she's way out of my league, and oh, like I could never. As soon as you put that doubt, and you're already done. You're already done.
Yo, game is like what people don't realize is like it's not necessarily always about what you say, unless you're saying some crazy ass shit, like where you're just like, let's go and fuck or something. shit like that,
you
you're
should
dead.
not be saying that.
Yeah,
That's dead.
or if you're saying
Big
like,
time.
or if you're saying something like this, poneme dentro de ti. You know, some individuals will say that. You know, let me repeat it. Don't be saying poneme dentro de ti. Don't be saying that.
That's Spanish for you guys. You know Spanish out there.
I'm not even tell you what the fuck it means. But
Go to Google Translating and holla back.
Don't be saying shit like that. You know, it's like the biggest thing is just the confidence. You just go up there with the confidence. You can say whatever the fuck it is. And as long as, like I said, it's not any crazy or like what I said in Spanish. Like, don't be doing either or. You know, like you just walk up there and you just like cool. It's like whatever. And the girl's like, yo, I don't have a phone or anything. You just turn around.
Yeah, I got one. All right. Here's a new one. I made this one up right now, and this is live. Cool, calm, collective will always be respected.
Hey, I actually fuck with that.
Yeah,
You took something that was already created and then you made yours.
Wait, what? Well, yeah, you put
Like
the
cool,
spin.
calm, and collected. It's already been established.
Yeah, but you know, you put the spin on it.
Hold on a second. Though. I got a question for you.
What's up?
Are you ready for this thing?
Am I?
This is your redemption.
Yeah, I am.
Alright. Can you explain to me what F5 is?
F5, the concept. This is the 5 letters that start with F, and we've made it a whole concept. Check it out. It's on the Savygents Instagram page. First off, you gotta be funny, you gotta be fit, you gotta know how to flirt, you gotta be fashionable, and last but not least, you gotta be fearless.
Fuck yeah!
That's F5 for you, baby, all day.
Crush it, yo. I should
All
see
day.
that shit, dude.
SGC. We're gonna have some shirts coming out, little F5 on it. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nice.
Basically, encompasses what our fucking brand is, and like those the 5 F's, you know, are all important. It's all about working together, right? It's
100%.
like there's always time in a day, you know, whether you're tired. Like sometimes you're gonna be fucking tired of shit. You just gotta push it through the day. You gotta be working out, you know. Like obviously, you gotta also understand too. It's like you gotta understand like when to work and when not, right? So some days you might be tired, but what kind of tired is it? Is it mental exhaustion? Is it a physical exhaustion? It's understanding those shits. Maybe just if it's a mental exhaustion, just hit the gym. You don't gotta fucking hit the gym, you know? If it's a physical exhaustion, like take a nap or go to sleep. Maybe like I don't take the gym that day, or I don't go for a run outside that day. You know, it's all about kind of like that, and entwining that F5 concept. You know, let's go back to what we're talking about today, the game though. You know,
the game.
I just want to test my guy real quick. You know,
I hope I passed your
we're
test.
talking about the flirt today, the flirt part.
We are talking about flirt today. I hope
And the fearless part actually. Too.
you have to be a little bit. We're hitting 2 of
fearless
the
goes in
F's.
everything, honestly.
We're hitting 2 of the F's at least. So now back to the game. Like, let's say you first get out of prison, aka out of your relationship.
I know it's not playing the call. We're just fucking joking.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Don't fucking get offended. If you are, stop this podcast. Thank you.
Exactly. So you first get out of prison, like I said, aka your relationship. So what? So now once again you're awkward. Okay, I would say wait a couple of months before you actually start going out there and shooting shots again.
Yeah. Work on yourself. Hit the gym a little bit.
Work on yourself. Hit the gym because your game is currently curtailed to your girlfriend.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is not gonna work. And I have a true experience, a true story of what happened to me. I got out of a 3-year relationship. I could only make my girlfriend laugh. You know, so I would and I try to go out. Right, like we broke up the next week, and I was definitely in my emotions because I was like, you know what, fuck this. I gotta go out with the boys, and now with the boys is gonna solve everything.
Yeah.
So that was my thinking, and now with the boys is gonna solve everything. So what did? We went out. We pre-gamed my spot, then we went out to Ultra Beans at the time. It's a Fairfax bar. I'm over here, I'm so awkward, I don't even know it. I'm walking up to, I'm thinking I've got confidence, but I don't. It's crazy. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, like, she likes when she doesn't, you know? I was walking up to different women, introducing myself, and I might say a joke or have a sense of humor that my girlfriend would like, you know, my girlfriend would find funny. These girls just looked at me like, what? Because I was giving them inside jokes that they were never inside. They didn't, you know what I mean?
They're on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
They're outside.
And I'm still in that, like, yo, like it was funny to her, but not every girl's gonna find your sense of humor. Especially if it's not curtailed to them, they're not gonna find it funny. So it was definitely another learning curve that I had to take to figure out, okay, I needed to get back in the game. I was out of the game. When you're out of the game, you get out of prison, you're gonna be out of the game, until you're gonna have to shoot your shot and learn what's going on now, because there's that time that you miss. Shit changes every day.
Like every fucking day.
fucking
Literally,
day.
it's like a fucking software update. You know, it's like
every fucking day.
Like
shit
an iPhone,
changes.
like you get a little iPhone, you plug in the
Exactly.
wall, it updates. That's like the fucking dating game, dude.
Every day it changes. So like, the game you had today is not the game you had yesterday. Honest, the game you're gonna have tomorrow is not the day. It's not the game you're gonna fucking have today. And my best advice is go on dates. Take women out on dates. Treat them right. Because every date you go on, you learn something. You learn something new that you can adapt. You can okay, that didn't work. Sometimes you go on a date.
It's a good safe place, honestly.
100%. Exactly. And this is basically in the field. After you get a number, either on the app, on the person, you follow up. You don't text just to text. Texting to text doesn't get you anywhere. You text to set up a date. You set up all right, let's do this. You find out what is she like. You find out her interest, and then you offer to take her somewhere where she can enjoy herself. Key thing. After she confirms, and you have a Friday night, 7:30. You have a time slot. You have a day. The day of, text to confirm. You don't want to show up to some place you confirm.
But this is also important too. Alright, how you confirm is important.
Exactly.
Alright, how you confirm, right?
Let them know.
So instead of saying like, hey, are we still good for tonight, right? Mm-hmm. When you say it like that, it almost sounds like you're a little bit unconfident.
It's
right?
a question.
Yeah. So you say something along the lines that's like, is 7 still good for you? You know what I mean? Instead of saying like, are we still good for tonight, right? You're putting in a specific detail. So it's saying like, basically saying like, yeah, we're still done tonight, but are you still good for 7, right? And like sometimes the girl will be like, oh, maybe I'm running a little bit behind. I'll push it back a little bit, right? So you're going out with the mindset of just like, we already committed to this date. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I just want to confirm that 7 o'clock is still good for you. You still have enough time. And by the way, when you're making a date, make a date for 7:30, right? Because people get off work at 5 o'clock, okay? And they need some time to fucking relax and go home a little bit. Change your outfit, whatever. Get out of work clothes. Now it's COVID, so it's a little bit different, obviously.
100%.
But like, make your day for 7:30. Gives people time a little bit to chill out a little bit. You do dinner. It's not even too late. You'll be eating around like 8 o'clock. If the date starts on time, don't be fucking late.
Exactly.
You know, it's just about the communication. You know, and it's like it's important how you communicate the confirmation. You know, that's all I wanted to add.
No, 100%. I agree with you. 7:30 is a key point, key time. You definitely want to utilize that time. And like Big Al was saying, you want to go ahead and it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Instead of saying like, hey, so are you still going to be available tonight at 7:30? Just be like, I'll see you at 7:30. You know what I mean?
Like that. Even cut it out like that. Like, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like what I'm saying, but like even like a little bit more direct. It's like,
exactly.
Oh, I'm looking forward to here. Actually, scratch that. Scratch what I fucking said earlier. The best way to do it is just like, I'm looking forward to seeing you at 7:30.
Yeah, 100%.
Just say that like earlier in the day, like around 1 o'clock. Send them like a quick little text of like, hey, I'm looking forward to see you later tonight.
Exactly. Most of the times, here's another. It's the little things that might slip people. On a day of a date, don't text her the whole day. You don't need a text.
Yeah, you don't need a text. Like, what the fuck?
You don't need
gotta
a
have
text.
a conversation at night.
Hey, you hit her up. Let's say afternoon. Okay. Hey, I'm about to hit the gym, and I'm about to hit the gym and go relax and watch a movie, whatever. Be like, but I'll see you at 7:30. Boom. That's it. You don't text her. You don't, because you're gonna run out of Well, you're not gonna run out of conversation.
It's the first day. Everybody knows it's awkward as shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be awkward, but like you just texting her through the day, making sure, just be like, hey, I'm about to hit the gym. I got some work to do. I got a business meeting to go to. I'm gonna see you at 7:30. Let me know when you're on your way. That's it.
No, that's smooth. That's smooth right there.
That's all you gotta say for the rest, and then just meet her in person and talk like normal people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. You always have like the initial like little jitters because it's someone new. You don't know the vibe yet. But you're in a good situation. You got to the date. You know, congratulations.
Exactly.
Pat yourself on the back.
You got the number. You confirmed the day, time. You got to the date. She confirmed back after you sent that smooth ass text about you're gonna see her anyways. You know what I mean? And like that text right there most of the time she confirms it, but if there is something that's going on, she's gonna let you know. Oh, I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, now what are you supposed to do? All right, cool. It doesn't work for the night. What you do is you chill out. You chill out and be like, okay, no worries. We can reschedule for maybe next week or next weekend.
Yeah, see, but the second part is important too, right? Because it's like, some people are gonna be quick. They're gonna be like, yo, she's flaking on me, it's her state. But sometimes shit legitimately comes up.
100%.
Legitimately comes up. So play it cool, play it chill. You'll understand, like, just by the way she's responding to you. If her responses start to change or whatever, the length of about the time of her response or whatever, and she doesn't communicate why the length of her responses are changing, and that's a tall tale sign that maybe she's not really feeling it.
Yeah.
Just cut your losses and move the fuck on.
Exactly.
But she was responding, she's like, oh yeah, like that way sounds good. Like, no, like, let's definitely reschedule, and she shows like that energy to it. Then you're just like, okay, I'm good. You know, like maybe that kind of like reaffirms that like how interested she is in the date, and then you just proceed to reschedule that shit. You know.
Also, like we're giving you fucking key elements here, and you know this is why we waited till the last bit of this, because a lot of people, they might just get the first 30 minutes of this and then drop off. Now this is for the fucking the true motherfuckers who want to know exactly what the Savygents are about right here. This is golden right now, and I'm gonna give you one more little.
I gotta sip it too. I don't
you
know
do. I'm gonna give you one more little. Put the crown on the head of the king right here. Like, number one, if you're a dude, never fucking chase. I kid you, don't ever. If a girl you like a lot is not giving you as much attention as you think she should or whatever, never fucking in your fucking like, hey, listen, alright, I'm about to get savage on you. You fucking chase, you're dead to me. You understand that? You never fucking chase. Ever. As soon as you start chasing, you've lost. Think about it that way.
See, like, I think a little bit differently about it, right? Mine is all about mine is about setting boundaries, right? Setting limits to shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind chasing you a little bit, but at the same time, I want to be chased a little bit back, you know? So it's like, if you make me come get you a little bit, it's like, come back a little bit. Like, meet me halfway. Like, there's not a problem with that. Like, you're playing the game a little bit, you're playing it more fun, but it's like, be realistic about your expectations. Like, here's an example, like, recently in the past couple years I came across.
Okay, but let me just make my point clear. I'm talking about a girl who you set your date with, right?
Yeah.
And she flaked on you. This is my never come to chase point right here.
Like no heads up or anything.
Exactly. No. She told you. Let's say she even gave you the heads up. She told you that, hey, listen, tonight's not good, and then you try to reschedule, and she's not feeling it. You don't fucking chase her.
What do you mean? What it means by like not feeling it? It's just like, yo, she's very slow to fucking respond.
Exactly.
Like her text conversation is all fucking different.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like I don't know, like I might be busy. If they start throwing that shit, like it's just like they're not really into you, they're not really fucking feeling it.
Yeah.
It's just did that shit.
Never chase that.
Here's another one for you.
Go ahead and say what you got.
Oh, this one's like, I don't know if I want to give it to the people.
I mean, do you want to? I mean, it's 47 minutes, bro. You tell me.
I don't want to give it. Like, what do you think, bro? It's a really good fucking piece of advice. I don't know if they're worthy.
Are they? Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Hit that like, subscribe, everything you gotta do. You gotta be worthy. SGC Live, baby. We do this. It's gonna be a long one, so fuck it. What do you got?
Alright, this is for the worthy individuals. Alright, if you're listening this long,
if you're still here with us, I don't care. If you're still here with us, we appreciate you. He's about to drop some big time knowledge points on you. Please take it as you can.
Yo, I've been wrestling with myself. Alright, but here we are. Dude, don't hear me out. Don't try to fuck the girl on the first date. Yeah, bro! Hold on. And even on a second date, don't even try to fuck her. Even if she tries to fuck you, be like, unless she legitimately grabs your dick, alright, you have permission to move forward. But like, don't even try to fuck even on the second date.
Yeah.
If you're seeing a girl and you're feeling her out, or whatever, and she's feeling you, whatever, just be chilling, cool. Like she'll be like, cause what a girl's used to is a guy who's fucking pressed on that shit.
So horny.
Imagine got laid you probably got laid like last year.
Super horny.
Especially nowadays with COVID going on.
Terrible.
If you wait that shit off and you play it chill, like basically letting the girl like kind of decide like when she's ready.
100%.
Like that shit, number one, is so much more fucking hot. You know, it's way more hotter than it would have fucking been. Cause it's like, yo, the girl's really fucking into it. And at that point, it's just like, You got it locked, you know? It's like you got it locked the fuck down. But if you're fucking too eager, too over aggressive about it, you're never gonna get that. You're never gonna get to that point where it's like the girl feels comfortable, she's gonna feel pressured, and you're setting false sets of expectations.
Women smell eagerness a mile away.
Yeah, dude. So if you play a show, you play it cool, and you let her make the decision basically.
Exactly.
When you want to fuck, it's like it's gonna go a lot more smooth, right? And then from that point on, you just get the A1. Don't get fucking C-level dick or anything like that. Give her the A1, you know.
Remember the A1 is what she deserves.
Keeps them coming back, you know.
Exactly. Hey, that's real. That's as real as it gets, honestly.
Yeah, that's like fucking like from the archive files, like deep down, like not even deep down, honestly. That's like something all of us. Yeah. So, bro, dude, like, bottom line is, you don't need to fucking place all this emphasis on fucking a girl on the first date,
Exactly.
or even a second date. You know,
yeah.
What's the best thing for you to do is just ride the wave, right? Do it when the girl's ready. Let her fucking initiate that shit. If you let that happen, like, you're fucking in there and the shit's real. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's what that basically signifies.
100%. Like I said earlier, cool, calm, collective always gets respected.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Dude, that's kind of smooth. That's almost like a quote a day, but we do have a quote a day.
We got another one coming for you, but that's SGC approved right there. SGC.
That's what Shannon
It's
says.
okay. Hey, I saw it. I saw the switch.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and hit them with the quote of the day that we got here.
Absolutely, dude. Give me one moment to find it.
No worries. Let them know what's up, dude. Let them know what's up. Once again, you can get that shirt off SGC shop, the SGC website. Check it out at the Savage www.tsavygents.com
/shop-1
/shop-1. He's got the whole thing. I got the main website. Hit him with the quote of the day.
Alright, yeah, let's wrap this up. Alright. Here it is. Listen, stop trying to find the right person and start trying to be the right person. Damn.
That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. Stop looking outside yourself, basically. Stop trying to find somebody to complete you. Just be complete by yourself and you're going to attract what you're looking for. That is the quote. That is what it sounded like to me.
Bro, honestly, that was fucking smooth. I don't mean to add anything else.
You got nothing to add to that?
Honestly, like, this isn't a one time I don't have anything to add, dude. It's already done, dude. It's a wrap.
I appreciate you. That is a wrap. We are your boys, Don 4 and Big Al. This is D Savygents Live. One take, baby. One take, Jake. My friend, go ahead and give them what they're waiting for. Are you ready?
Just cut it! And that's a fucking wrap.
And that, my friend, is SGC approved. I'll see you on the next show. Down 4, Big Al, we're out.
Peace.